Welcome to the WedPro podcast, the podcast for wedding professionals at any stage of business who are ready to become fully booked wedding pros. We are your hosts, Katie and Roxy, founders of the Wedding Business Hub. We help wedding suppliers grow six-figure businesses through organic marketing, mastering their sales, and building their networks, all without spending a fortune on advertising and with none of the burnout. If you are ready to grow, learn new strategies, and build a business and life you love, then this is the podcast for you. We have more than a decade's worth of marketing and wedding industry experience, and now we help wedding business owners just like you take your business to the next level. If this sounds like you, you're in the right place. Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the WedPro podcast, and today we're going to be talking all about how to make your content count. But first, before that, hey Roxy, how are you doing?
Hi, I feel all chilled after our lovely spa on Friday. I've had such a nice Friday and then a nice weekend, and I'm ready to smash my working week. Yeah. How about you? How are you?
Yeah, for those that don't follow us on Instagram, first, why not come and follow us? But yeah, we decided really last minute on Thursday night, didn't we, that we were just going to go and take a day for us.
We did.
It's been something that we'd spoke about the month before because we had like a record sales month, and we were like, right, if we smash this month, we're definitely going to go away and do something for us. We've been talking about having massages forever, haven't we? So we were like
forever, ever.
To do this. And I think that's really important, isn't it? Like we talk about goal setting quite a lot. We talk about like celebrating when you hit those goals and taking time away from the business, but not also that as well. Like mental health day was last week, and it's just nice to be able to do that. And I'm really like thankful that we actually get to have days like that, really drop the kids off school, that we've got like a flexible business that allows us to really, I mean, we had our phones so we could check in on things if we needed to check in on things, but it was nice, it was chilled.
It was really nice, and it was really needed. And like you say, you know, how long have we been talking about like the massage is calling us? And that was my first ever massage, like full body massage like that. And oh my life, I want that every day.
I know, now that's it. Now you'll be saying to me, okay, we need to do this. But yeah, it revitalizes you a little bit, doesn't it? And you know, resets, I think that's the word. Like taking some time out and doing something for you, whether it's, you know, whether you can take time out from your business and, you know, have a day to yourself, or whether it's an afternoon or an hour, whatever it is, can just really help reset and re-energize you for whatever's coming. And that's really what we want to talk to you about today. We're starting to gear up for that engagement season coming forward, isn't it? And starting to just piece by piece put all of the puzzles together so that your business is in the best shape possible and it's as visible as possible for all of the engagements happening over the December period right the way up into February as well. So we really need you to be thinking about working on your business little by little, inch by inch, just getting everything in order so that when we get to engagement season, you're going to be nice and visible, front and center, and have those engaged couples being able to find you.
Yeah, it's just like business housekeeping, isn't it? It's just these things that you need to do now in order to put yourself in the best possible position for engagement season. Because as we know, time literally flies, and before we know it, it's going to be here. And then we want you to be thinking, yes, like I'm ready for this, and not being on the back foot and thinking, oh, like I should have done that, but I just didn't get round to it. Like this is a really important time to make sure that all these little things are ticked off.
For sure. And talking about things that are coming up, are you coming to WedCon? There's only, I think we're down to about 5 tickets remaining. It's actually less than a month away now. On the 15th of November, it's happening at the Old Kent Barn in Kent. We're coming down south to put on WedCon this year. And we're really excited because we're going for a totally different vibe this year. We've got a beautiful wedding venue. We've got some stunning food. We've got 5 amazing speakers from the world of business and weddings there to just teach you strategies, hacks. I don't want to say shortcuts because there's no shortcuts in business. You can definitely learn from people that have been there and done that before you. So we've got some amazing speakers that have been doing amazing things in their business, amazing things inside the wedding industry as well, that we can sit and learn from, and, you know, learn the things that they've done to fast track their success, learn from mistakes that they've made, things that they've used, strategies that they've put in place in their business, from things such as sales, marketing, pricing, attracting customers, putting in repeatable systems into your business. And I love having repeatable systems. Like, repeatable systems are so good because it's things that you can rely on time and time again to bring in clients into your business. So much of our business is about, and we hear this a lot with the clients that we work with, where wedding businesses can feel in this feast and famine cycle where they're really super busy with inquiries and then all of a sudden it goes dead. And, you know, that can be really difficult to plan, you know, not only your business, but your finances and your personal life as well from. And what's really going to be great about WedCon is that we're going to be talking about repeatable strategies that you can put into your business and that you can rely on having a consistent stream of bookings and a consistent stream of inquiries inside your business as well. So if you are listening to this and thinking, yes, you know, I'm ready to take that next step in my business, I'm ready to be at WedCon 2023, pop over to the show notes. There's going to be a link in that. It's on the 15th of November. You're going to be in a room that's going to be really supportive. You're going to be with lovely other people who are there to also work on their business. And we always walk away from the day really motivated and with an action plan as well. So we're not going to leave you at the end of the day thinking, okay, I've soaked all this information in, but where do I start? Each and every one of our speakers are going to give you things that you can strategize and put into your business straight away that is going to make a difference now for you.
It gives me like little butterflies in my belly when I think about it. I'm getting really excited for it. I know that we put a lot of effort into this for you guys. It's all about, you know, bringing you the goods on the day, and we have sourced the most incredible speakers. We've, like Kate says, we've got the most stunning food and the most stunning venue. And it's going to be a day where we're going to not only like teach you and you're going to learn things, but we're going to look after you as well and celebrate you as a wedding business owner. I cannot wait to meet lots of you in person as well. That's something that I'm really looking forward to.
Anyway, right, let's talk content and getting your message out there now. So we've got a couple of things that really you need to be concentrating on in terms of a content strategy for your business and how to really go about pulling together a content strategy for your business, really. I know that it can be easier said than done. And if you're going to put the effort into creating really good content, then it definitely needs to count. Like, it needs to be content that is going to convert. And there's definitely 4 things that you should think about as a wedding business owner when you're thinking about putting together any content inside your business. That content, whether that is social media posts, whether that is Instagram stories, whether that's something on TikTok, whether it's a reel, whether it's a blog post, or whether it's on Pinterest, any content at all that you put out inside your business, we've really got 4 things that you really need to concentrate on in order to have a content strategy that is going to convert for your business.
And having a strategy doesn't have to be overwhelming or overcomplicated. It's just one of those, exactly like you were saying earlier, Kate, one of those systems that you can have and you can rinse and repeat. Having that repeatable system that you know what you're doing, when you're doing it. And also having a strategy means that you can test and measure what you are putting out there rather than just posting on a whim.
Yeah, that's it. So the first thing really, and we say this a lot in a lot of the stuff that we do, whether it's podcasts or whether the blogs that we write or whether we're showing up live in our Facebook group, is first and foremost, there's no point in sitting down, creating any content whatsoever if you don't know what type of client you are attracting. So this really is key when coming up with content for the wedding industry. So if you're a destination wedding planner, for example, like, your audience doesn't want to read about traditional weddings with a guest count of 300 people at the wedding. Like, destination couples want to know about maybe low-key romantic venues with lots of personal details. Maybe they want to know about adventure. Maybe they want to know about, you know, how do they even go about planning a destination wedding? What are the things they need to consider? What are the legalities surrounding getting married abroad? You need to really know your audience and create content and write about things that they want to read about and they really want to engage with.
So with this one, this isn't about you putting out there what you think that they are going to want to be receiving and reading. This is about mapping it out. What are those target couples that you want to work with going to want to know about? What are they going to want to learn about? You've got to be able to find ways to educate them, to teach them, and to pique their interest. Don't just post things that you think, oh, this is nice, I'm going to share that. Always ask yourself, are my target audience going to receive this in a good way? Like, are they going to want to know this information? If not, don't post it. You spend all this time creating content and coming up with ideas. You're going to make sure, you're going to want to make sure that it's going to be received in the best possible light.
Yeah, for sure. So the second thing is more of a focus on you. So knowing how you best communicate. What's your communication style? And I think this is really important to stop for a second and just think, what are you most comfortable on? What is the medium that you can show up as your best self? Is that through storytelling? Is that writing? Is that on a podcast? Is it video? But also to consider as well how your audience likes to get their information. Is that going to be social media? Is it going to be email? Writing is really one of my superpower tools. So, I like to use writing in a lot of my content marketing, and it's a method that I really like to use. But that doesn't mean that I won't hop on a podcast or record a YouTube video every now and then, or hop on a live video. I do prefer emailing rather than social media post scheduling for that personal connection, but I still have a strategy that incorporates all of it. And that's really about you knowing not only what you're most comfortable with and how you best communicate, but also how is your audience receiving their information? Where are they going to? Where are they showing up as well?
I would say for me, my preferred way is probably video or show my face. But equally, exactly what you're saying again, it's not just about what we prefer, it's about what our ideal clients are going to prefer. And I would say that you're obviously going to lean towards your preferred style, but then what you can do is use that as a base to reproduce content in another medium. So let's say I'm doing a video or I'm doing stories. I can then take that information, I could even transcribe my words and then change it into a social media post. So there are ways of doing it that you can still be comfortable. You can still do your preferred way, but also get your information out there in other ways too, because not everybody consumes information in the same way at all. Some people like to read it, some people like to watch it, some people like to listen to it. So really bear that in mind.
So the next thing is to really think about getting local with your content. Sure, loads of us want to rank first on Google, but you really need to think about creating content that is going to tap into your local market. So that could mean doing interviews with other local wedding suppliers, talking about local venues, local hotspots, giving insider scoops into things, to local traditions, local customs, especially, if that fits with your ideal client. There's no point creating content for the masses if you are a localized business. And yes, there's still ways that you can create really helpful content. So quite often, your education piece content, for example, so maybe blog posts about what to do now that you're engaged, or where all the 1 million places that you need to consider when you're changing your name. These are really educational piece content that aren't really localized. But you can write in a way where you're giving examples or you're filtering that in with keywords throughout, not only blogging, but also keywords are really important on social media as well. So they're really important on your Instagram captions, they're really important on your Facebook captions, and in Pinterest as well. Although Pinterest isn't a social media, but it's really important that you practice getting keywords. So keywords are things that your couples will be searching for on, Google or on Facebook or on Instagram, the language that they're using. It's really important that you start to incorporate that across all of your content. And really, when you're doing those more generic pieces of content, those more educational pieces of content where you might be talking about why have a DJ over a band, or why, entertainment ideas for your wedding, or, how to plan a child-friendly wedding, or any of these pieces of content which are really important. They educate your couple, they build know, like, and trust with your couple, and they're a really, really good factor in getting that couple from look to book over the journey of your client. But it's really good practice to just think about getting localized words in there as well. So using examples and pulling it back to a venue that you've worked in the past, or pulling it back to a past wedding, and just getting those keywords throughout that piece of content, whatever it is that you're doing. This just helps bit by bit, you show up in the places that your local couples are going to be searching you for.
So if you are a localized wedding business, a great way to do this is to get yourself out there in your local area. We love networking, and this is where our business started, actually. So go and network with local planners, local venues that you want to work with, and get your name out there. We have a huge community on Facebook, and we know lots of local suppliers in your area. So if you are wanting to come and network with our communities, let us know. Visit the link in the show notes, which will take you to our Facebook group, and then just put a shout out and say, hey, I'm in this area, I do this, does anybody want to collab? That's a great way of doing it, because you are not only networking in your local area, you can use that to help get your content localized. And when it comes to sharing on stories and things like that, when you've done styled shoots, you can be tagging each other, and you will get more visibility with local couples.
And this really takes us into our fourth tip, really, in terms of your keywords. This is really important, as I've just said, and quite often overlooked. Like, you need to know what keywords you're targeting in order to reach your audience, in order to reach those couples, those ideal couples who you want to target. It takes us right back to that first point: know who you're speaking to. This process does take time, it takes some consideration, but I promise you it's worth it in the end. Like, you can use an SEO generator tool, just like Google, and you can even put an extension, whether you use Chrome or Safari or anything like that, you can use a keyword extension tool that will help you pick 20 keywords that is going to help you know what keywords to use in the content you create. Now, you're not going to use them all at once, but you can incorporate 2 to 3 keywords, which is a good amount per piece of content that you write. And then also understanding, like, the structure of your content as well. So knowing the structure of what a good blog post looks like, you need to know how you're going to really write around that focus word. And then if we're really delving a little bit deeper into SEO on this one, when you do write your blog post, it's then about going into the back end of your blog and writing a good meta description and alt text as well. We're not going to go into that today, but we really wanted to just give you ways in terms of how you're sitting and writing this content anyway. How can you make this piece of content as effective as possible? How can you make the content that you're writing count going forward?
So the thing with keywords is, lots of you may not be dipping your toes into this area of your business, but what I would say is it's better to do it and learn as you go than not do it at all and pretend like it doesn't exist. Like, you need this is something that you need to be doing in your business, and the only way that you are going to learn how to do it and get better at it is by having a go. Like, what's going to happen? Nothing bad is going to happen from having a go. And we have been in contact with an amazing SEO expert within the industry, and hopefully I'm going to get him on the pod very, very soon. So watch out for that episode.
Yeah, but I really understand that content marketing can be quite overwhelming for wedding professionals, from like all of the different platforms that there are out there. When do you post? What's the right strategy? And it's no wonder that some businesses just bury their head in the sand and skip it. But fortunately for you, we love content marketing. Like, we absolutely love finding the best platforms for our clients to be using. We love creating content, creating a consistent strategy, and even brainstorming content for months of topics at a time going forward. But content marketing really is the most effective way for you to be able to grow your business online without paying for ads. And, you know, it's just that process of involving and sharing online material. So when we break down what content marketing is, it's just about sharing things such as videos, blogs, social media posts that just focus on bringing in that brand awareness about your business, and also having a structure that you're advertising your services as well. And all it really is that you're a business, your goal is to find clients, like, right? That's what we're here to do. So when we break it down, it's how do you do that? And if all you did all day long was say, book me, book me, book me, chances are you're not going to get a lot of hits. So we want you to focus on sharing engaging content across all of your platforms, being able to tell a story, being able to speak to your ideal clients, and show up in a really authentic way that is going to bring that know, like, and trust factor before you even ever hop on a call to book that client.
We know that there are so many platforms out there that you could potentially be on, but it doesn't have to be complicated at all. What we would say is that you need to be focusing on 3 core areas when it comes to content. So that's going to be your long form content, which is your blog posts, which we've just spoken about, and then one core platform and a social platform as well. And that is all you need to focus on. That is all you need to strategize around. Doesn't have to be complicated at all.
No, so when we break these things down, you can also send your audience to the 3 different areas. And how we're doing that is then building a bigger strategy around that. So by having some place where you put your longer form content, that's educating your couple, that's building know, like, and trust factor with them. It's allowing for longer form content, providing loads of value to them. And for those couples that are taking the time to consume that content as well. So that's often a blog. It could be a YouTube channel for those of you that love video, or it could be a podcast as well. So having somewhere where you are going to really house that long form content. And then you want somewhere where you're going to drive traffic to that content. So that's going to be somewhere like Pinterest, or it's going to be somewhere like Instagram or Facebook as well. And then your social platforms is really where you're going to share your content, share your work, connect with your audience. And for Wedding Pros, this is most likely going to be Instagram, but it could also be Facebook as well. Like, often our clients' biggest platform can be Facebook, not always. It's not always going to be Instagram. Yes, a lot of your wedding clients are going to be on Instagram as well, but quite often we forget about the parents, don't we? And the parents quite often have a really significant impact on the planning of the wedding. And you know, couples time after time after time can really rely on the advice of their parents. So it definitely is worth showing up on Facebook as well.
It is. And then once you know where you are putting content out there, it's time to consider the frequency of the content that you're going to put out there. This will look different for every business, but consistency is the key with this. And we bang on about consistency all the time, but it is so true. Having a plan and being consistent will help you stay on track. It's going to reduce that stress and that pressure and lead to better results in the long run. So for blogs, I suggest blogging at least twice a month, maybe 3 times a month. When it comes to blogging, it is about that consistency and quality over quantity. Don't just blog for the sake of it. As we were saying, you know, make sure it's content that is going to be really well received by your ideal clients.
Don't just throw up some pictures without any text. Like, blogging doesn't work like that at all. Or if you post every week for 3 months and then you go absolutely silent over the summer period for your blog, that's not going to help with your long-term strategy either. Make sure that every blog post you post is thoughtful, it's adding something to your content strategy, and it's leaving your readers inspired, educated, or having a deeper connection with you and your business as well.
Then when it comes to platforms like Pinterest, which isn't a social media platform, it is worth remembering it is a search engine. This does need to be done every day, but Pinterest is one of those platforms that I feel is really important for lots of wedding businesses. When it comes to posting on Pinterest, you can schedule it in advance, which is really great, as you can plan before you attack almost. And it's really great because this is going to drive potential clients to your blog and to your website.
Then over on Instagram as well, we always harp on about consistency over the quantity that you're doing, but we do always suggest posting 3 times a week as a bare minimum. This is also a platform that you might be really, really active on, you know, in wedding season, when you're showing up with loads of behind the scenes footage and you've got lots of images to showcase. You could then be on Instagram stories as much as every day, sharing a lot of things. But really, it's really important to have a strategy that's going to see you throughout the whole year on Instagram, doing Instagram Reels twice a month. These are 15 to 30 second videos that are going to stay on your Instagram. So they're perfect to showcase any new work that you've got, any new ideas, any way that you want to connect with your clients. You should also be on Instagram stories at least 3 times a week. And some Instagram experts even say show up every day on your Instagram stories. And these are things that you can schedule in advance. We can schedule stories in advance too, using things like Meta Business Suite. And also you can go back into your post archive as well. So stories that you've shared, you know, even going back over 12 months, you can reshare that content really quickly, really simply, really easily. It takes about 2 seconds, and you don't need to create that content from scratch as well. Facebook as well. We've spoken about Facebook, that couples are on Facebook, but also more importantly, their parents are on Facebook as well. And even older couples getting married still can ask their parents for planning advice. Like, I know that my brother's getting married, and you know, I'm older than my brother, and I'm very much the Facebook generation. And obviously, because I'm in the industry, he's asking me for bits and bobs and little pieces of advice. And it's just about getting your business out there and as visible as possible. Who's influencing your couple? And if there are people around your couple, and there will be influencing them, when we do ICPs with our clients, our ideal client profiles with them, and we sit and we go really in depth on who they are attracting, one of the questions we will ask them is, who influences your couple? And we really dive into that as to how we're then going to create a strategy for getting in front of the people that are influencing our couples. And one of those people, or one of those areas of people, will be family, friends, parents. And how are we creating a strategy that speaks to those people who have got the influence over the couple?
So when it comes to Facebook as well, you can go through to Business Suite and then schedule to Instagram and Facebook at the same time. And then you can even edit the caption. So you don't want to be having the hashtags on Facebook, so remove them. Edit the post specifically for Facebook. And then you're going to save yourself loads of time by doing that. Just make sure that the caption is correct, i.e. when it says things like link in bio, that's not suitable for Facebook. Hashtags, like I just said, and sometimes even the imaging sizes, or if you're sharing a carousel, they won't work on Facebook either. So just use the first image. But great way to save time there, because you can post to both platforms at the same time and just tweak it as you go.
For sure. And the last thing when we're talking about content marketing, really, so today we focused on social media, we focused on Facebook, Instagram, we've talked about blogging as well. But the last thing really to consider is your email marketing as well. And it's really important for wedding professionals. We've seen this work time after time again with planners, wedding stationers, celebrants, venues, entertainment. We see this work time and time again. And we definitely suggest emailing your list at least once a month. Mm-hmm. And there's lots of podcasts that you can go check out where we talk about email marketing in much more depth, but it's something that needs to be a part of your overall content strategy as well. It's really great for getting couples that may not be quite ready to book with you yet, still engaged with your service, and it's way less noisy than all the other social media platforms as well. Now, hopefully we've given you some really great ideas today in terms of where to post, what to say, and also what to consider before you even think about any of that stuff as well. So things to consider, such as your target market, what keywords you're going to be using, you know, thinking about creating those localized bits of content that are really going to speak to your clients as well. and knowing your communication style, but also as well, consider the tips we've talked to you today about how often to be showing up. Now, if you're somebody that's listening to this thinking, oh my word, how do I even start with all of this? I don't really have as much time as I would like to pull all of this together. Well, we've got a really great service for you that you can sign up for. It's called Content Club.
It's a service that we created with wedding business owners like you guys in mind. We're doing all of the things, so you sometimes can be difficult to find the time or to come up with the ideas that you need to make sure your content is literally singing to your ideal clients. Well, we have the product for you. It's called Content Club. We create you monthly content for your wedding business. Each and every single month, you will get blog posts for your wedding business. You will get 50 social media captions and the tiles to go with them. We even do story templates as well, and even real templates too.
Yeah, and then also inside there as well, when you join, there's bonuses such as lead magnet templates, which are really going to help you build your email marketing list. We come from a wedding business background and marketing background as well. So we've really combined those skills together to create the content that we know that your ideal couples are going to love and respond to. This really is the content that counts and the content that is going to convert for you as well. We give you all of this for the price of a couple of coffees a month. It's really great value, and everything is editable to your business tone as well. So there's space in there for you to get those localized keywords in. You can edit bits of the content to be more in tone with your voice and your style. And best of all, that only takes a couple of minutes to do. So instead of spending hours and hours writing blogs, researching blogs, writing content, we know that this takes a really long time for you to do. And there's other areas of your business that you want to focus on. There's other areas of your life you want to focus on as well. We've done all of that for you.
What's also great about Content Club, it is fully brandable to your business too. So it's drag and drop, change your fonts, colors to make it in line with your business. So if you do want to jump in Content Club, you can do so right now. You get instant access once you sign up, which you can do so via the link in the show notes. It's going to save you so much time and so much stress, freeing your mind up to concentrate on the other important things in your business. So come and check us out.
Yeah, get engagement season ready as well. The last thing to say about that is you can cancel at any time. So you can come in, have a little look at the content that we create for you. Some of our businesses are only using it just for the blogs, aren't they? Some of them are only using it for the social media posts. And then some people are at that point in their business where they want to create more content, and it's there for them. And that's what's great about this service as well, that when you are ready to not just explore Instagram and Facebook anymore, and you want to incorporate emails into that, and you want to incorporate blogs into that, and you want some really good templates to come up with stories really quickly, it's all there for you. Go and check it out. You can cancel it anytime, like we've just said. So there's really nothing to lose. Go and just bags and bags of time for you to save. So that's it for today. Let us know if you've loved the podcast. If you do like our podcast, make sure you share it on your Instagram stories. We'd really appreciate that. And also remember to subscribe as well. We are podding more than ever because we love to bring you all of the good stuff. We love to share what's going on inside the wedding industry.
We love to bring you loads of amazing wedding industry tips, and also watch out for the guests that are going to be coming up in the future. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.